I would
Do
like.
you see yourself
Let me go back a little bit.
marrying her?
To your point,
Yeah.
marriage
Yes.
is not the ultimate goal for me.
Yes.
I do want to get married.
Well, that's good.
I do, but listen. So the thing about that word of "well, marry the girl," I'm not saying that to you directly. I'm
Right.
saying that to the people who see this and their response. We're so trauma bond by this thought of get married, have kids.
Yeah.
That's the way that the propaganda of life that everybody has been putting in our faces to say, okay, get married, have kids, whatever. Not or overlooking or not identifying that that's still a way for the devil to dwell in.
You know, I have to say, so marriage for me, when I think about marriage, right, we have to understand that, first of all, a marriage license, which is different from marriage, but I think a lot of people get caught onto the marriage license part, wasn't even established. It's really new. It happened in 1929, and it happened so that black men couldn't marry white women. Do you see yourself marrying?
Okay, let's pause it right quick, right, and let's come back to our senses, right. Um, how do you feel about that whole shebang?
Well, look, I'll say it again. Just like how you said when we talk about it, well, being the other time, bro. Marriage is not for everybody. I think people need to understand that. People need to get through that. Even if it's for you, maybe it's not gonna work out. That's the thing about us, especially us Africans, especially like in the kite, bro. Like, I feel like a lot of people are getting married out of pressure, and I don't think that's the way you should go. That's not the route you should take. Me,
Yeah.
I always say, like yesterday when we were having conversation with this, for me, I don't believe in divorce. Like, obviously, when it gets to a certain point, toxic, whatever. Yes, by me, I always say if this stuff, if this don't work, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
not doing this over again. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why people need to understand, especially young people in our age, bro.
Yeah.
People gotta understand marriage is not one day thing.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see this person today and then tomorrow you somewhere else. Like you, it's tolerance, bro. All those love, look, everything's gonna fade away. You got to be able to be with somebody that you are gonna be able to tolerate. I think that's the part that people are missing, right? And that's why marriage, divorce rate in our generation is too high because a lot of people get married out of loss, right? And that's what King was trying to explain to this girl, but she's not getting it.
Yeah.
Marriage is not. He's not necessarily saying that he's not gonna get married, but to him necessarily is not for everybody,
Yeah.
which everybody should understand, right?
Yeah.
That's all. That's all it is. That's all I
No,
got from that.
I agree.
Nothing else.
Um, I agree. And then to me, like one thing, I had one issue with that when Kim said, like he was going towards like, yo, marriage is not for everybody, whatever. But I do want to get married, which can be somebody can say, oh, that's a little contradicting. But I understand what he's saying, and I feel like he's being cornered. And I'm not saying he's the type of person that's gonna be cornered, but I feel like the conversation just keep coming up in a lot of times. So it's like he feel the need that he need to respond to it in a certain manner, and to me, which I disagree with, and I get it, and I agree with Cam. Look, if he doesn't want to get married and he's okay where he's at, and the woman that he's with or the women that he's with are okay with it, what is everybody issue with it? It's like this is why we have to understand. It's like we can't all do the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like you said, school is not for everybody. Marriage is not for everybody, right? Everybody's not built the same. Everybody's not raised the same. So if you're married and the next person is not married, does that make you a better person than him? Does that make you a better parent than him because you're not married? Like, because there's
Exactly.
people that are married that are horrible. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like, what are we talking about? It's like he
Facts.
take care of his kids. He's okay with his girlfriends or whatever he calls them, right?
Hmm.
In terms of like not like any derogatory words, like it can be his girlfriend or fiance, whatever the case may be. If they're happy together and the kids are there, it's like, what are we talking about? And I remember the Dr. Brian or the lady Brian was talking about that they're torn up of the family dynamic if you don't stay in the same house with your kids. Like, bro, what are we talking? Most of our parents grew up or like had multiple wives and in different houses,
Facts.
and we grew up
Facts.
fine.
We turn out to be fine. Facts. Facts. It's just a system, bro. Like saying, oh, like she forcing it. What if you don't love those women? Like you
Yep.
can make baby with people that you don't necessarily like. Maybe you fell out of love or something happened down the
Yeah.
line that you're no longer attracted to them.
Yeah.
So there's no way you should be forced to stay with that person. And not
Yep.
like, come on, bro. Like
Yeah. More,
people.
I was gonna ask you this, like, because you made a good point. So, do you think they're like, okay, like, let's say you get married to somebody and you really love them, right?
Hmm.
Obviously, you're making a commitment, right? And
Hmm.
I think Kevin was talking about this. When I get married, there's no divorce. So, and Aisha said,
I believe that too.
it's circumstantial, huh? Yeah, no,
I
for
believe
sure.
that too.
But Aisha was talking about circumstantial. Let's say it get to a point where it's like the best thing to do is to get a divorce, whether it's the wife or the husband, right? And like, do you force those people to stay together? Because we have seen things turn for the worse. For example, the situation in Ohio, right?
Hmm.
We don't know the
Yeah,
full
yeah.
facts, but it could, let's just say, because the what I've been, the echo that I've been hearing around that situation is like, yo, they were going through a lot of stuff, but African parents, they would tell you to stay together,
Hmm.
so
Yeah. Okay. So what I think about that is because when I say I don't believe in divorce, a lot of people look at that as toxic, right?
yeah,
They say, "Oh, you giving that vibe." That's not necessarily what I'm talking about. I'm talking about there's no wrong with if people because bro, like there's no such thing as a perfect relationship.
yeah,
It isn't, bro. You're gonna have problems, right?
yeah,
What you do to walk through those problems, right? Find a solution. That's what make you there's gonna be those anomalies where thinking take turn for the worse.
yeah,
And I think when they get to that point, me this couple things me I said that don't compromise. When it's messing with your like with you mentally, physically, then you can leave.
yeah,
I'm not. There's no force in that, right?
yeah,
But me, what I'm saying that like there's small problem that pop ups here and there in our marriage. We're able to talk about it, right? And then we move forward. I feel like now there's quick people giving up quick nowadays. And the reason for that is people not getting married for the right for the right intention. That's why people giving up quick. Certain stuff they're not gonna tolerate, right? If you're not gonna be able to tolerate that person, then I don't think you should be getting married. Maybe you need to do some working on yourself. Maybe y'all need to date more before y'all get to that point.
yeah.
That's what I mean when I said that I don't believe in divorce
No, I agree with
because
that.
there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. Y'all gonna have problems. Everybody has problems. You and your siblings has problems all the time. You have disagreement with your parents all the time, right? But that's family.
Yeah,
And me, that's when I say that's what I mean when I say I don't believe in divorce. Because there's certain problems that you should be able to work through. And now people give up quick. People divorce now for the thing that you won't even imagine.
no, I agree.
Like,
I agree.
and the reason for that is you got married in the first place out of lust.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So that's all I think about that.
no, I agree. Yeah, pretty much like we both on the same page with that, bro. Like, do what's best for you, and don't let nobody
Yeah,
pressure you into doing anything.
facts.
If you want to get married, then do it. If you think that that's what you want to do and that's what you truly got in your heart, do it. Look,
Hmm.
this is life, bro. It comes with a lot of obstacles and a lot of challenges, bro. So,
Yeah.
like, don't let nobody force you into doing something that you don't want to do. I don't care if it's Miss Bryan sitting there spilling a whole bunch of bullshit and she not married herself. Man, she need to go on with that goofy ass shit, bro. But that
Facts.
it is what it is. This is Game on Blitz. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and it is what it is. Again, it's me, Dr. Connie, my co-host Mo, and we out.